Welcome back to the channel for another player review. FUT Birthday Team 2 has dropped today, and we're going to be looking at this 91 rated Bruno G card. The price on this card is a little over 1 mil as of the night of his release. So, you know, the price probably will come down some, but let's kind of try to figure out if he's worth that price, or maybe what is a good value for this card. The card looks really just incredible. He does have 5-star skills now. They did also keep him with the 3-star weak foot, so, you know, nothing crazy with the weak foot. But other than that, I mean, these stats are really insane. He can play center mid or CDM. We will be trying him in that center mid position with a Hunter Kim style to boost the pace and the shooting. And then we'll also try him out in the CDM position with probably like a Shadow Kim style to also boost the pace and the defending as well. So that's kind of the plan. We're going to be testing him out in FUT Champs. Like we said, the stats, they kind of just look really awesome. I mean, the only, you know, kind of the agility and balance, 83, 87, nothing crazy there, but he does have 93 ball control, and the dribbling stat itself is 91, so very high. The short passing and long passing are about as good as you can get, and, you know, the defending and physical without any boost at all look very solid. So I'm expecting this card to just be very, you know, well-rounded there in the midfield, able to get the job done, especially with those 5-star skill moves now. So I'm excited to test this one out. Let's jump into FUT Champs and see how good he is. All right, Bruno G getting involved on the ball here. Good to go for the step overs, the roulette. Let's see if we can create a finesse shot angle. We have. And I thought that was actually going to fly in, but the keeper barely able to save it. Go for these quick turns in the midfield, ball roll. Use that pace, keep it going. Let's try to find a pass into Zidane. There it is, Kluivert, and that should be a goal. No problem at all. And, you know, that sequence there started by Bruno G. Good pass over to Zidane. We get the goal. I sent Bruno on a forward run. Always going to keep that run going. Back to him and just able to kind of tap that in. Good attacking run. You know, good movement there in the box to kind of get himself open and score the goal. Our Bruno G, he's just there in the box. Easy near post finish. I didn't even manually trigger him to go on those runs. You could kind of see those high attacking work rates pushing him forward. Again, great attack positioning there and a really good finish. Great shot power there near post. Here we go, Bruno G. What do we want to do here? Maybe kind of go for the roulette. Oh, that came off cleanly. The ball is kind of just sticking to his feet. Maybe we can go for that finesse shot. Oh, you serious, man? All right, Bruno G, track back. Easily able to use that pace, get the interception there. Cutting that passing lane, go for the roulette. I want to test some long passing here. I do like the placement on that pass back to Bruno G. Little double tap pass into Kluivert and off the volley there. Kluivert able to put that one away. Driven pass up to Kluivert. That looks sweet. Well, let's see if we can kind of find the pass there into Jota. Oh, solid pass into Jota from Bruno G. And Jota's not letting us down there. Let's try to use that pace. Good pace, good show of strength from Bruno G. Get him the ball. La Croqueta. Not quite. Where's the La Croqueta? Oh, man, he dropped us. No foul, though. Oh, good tackle there in the box from Bruno. That was just the defensive AI kind of tracking back in the box, putting in that tackle for us. All right, Bruno, go forward. Oh, we need an over-the-top pass from Bruno G. Perfectly placed. Can we lob it? Oh, we went for it. Again, though, that over-the-top through ball was just great. Couldn't make an end product out of it, but good turn there. Twist and turn in the midfield. I'll keep it going. Use that speed. Send it out to the wing. Back to Bruno. Step over. Somehow he still has it. Somehow he still has it. No, if we score that. Oh, somebody blocked it, man. Let's go for that cross into Jota. Of course, the cross. Pinpoint accuracy. And Jota heads it in. Back to Bruno. Forward pass. Keep it going. Little 1-2s here. There we go. Go for the roulette. Borrow scoop. Outside the foot shot. It's actually going to fly in to the back of the net off the post there. And what a finish there from Bruno. Back to Bruno. I'm going to send him forward out of his DM position. Here we go. Pretty much all of his passes are just accurate, accurate, accurate. Look at that. Doesn't miss a beat. Dropping back a little bit. Go for these twists and turns in the midfield. Good stuff. Easily able to turn. Let's try to get this interception with him. There he is. Able to easily just step up. Get the interception. Give us the chance for this counter attack. We need to try to get another interception here with him. Good side to side movement. Again, stepping up defensively, looking solid. Another great pass from Bruno. Back to him. Plastico. Ball turned him around. Couldn't quite finish it. Let's just use that pace. Able to get past the midfielder there. Keep it going. Really good show of pace. Back to him. Oh, what can we do? Good twists and turns. Some strafe dribbling here. Finish that near post. And he is able to weave into the box and get the finish. Borrow up to Bruno. Go for a long pass here. I'm trying to find it. Maybe even across to Osimhen here. I think that's what we're lining up with. Hey, that's on side. And Bruno was just able to use that pace, get ahead of the defender there, get a nice cross off, and make the connection. Let's see what we can do here. Keep it going. Oh, of course, he's going to find that pass into Osimhen right at the keeper. Again, though, just another crazy good long pass. We're back after testing Bruno G in several games of FUT Champs, and I do try out these cards in as many games as possible. So if this review does help you out, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new to help support the channel. But let's talk about his in-game stats, how they felt, if he kind of lived up to what they say. Also, his value and what I think is a good price for this card. And let's get straight into it. So as far as goal and assist contributions in 6 games of FUT Champs, 4 goals, 4 assists. I think that's a solid return. I think, that definitely speaks to with the goal contribution, how his attack positioning was. I really like the attacking runs that this card was making. He just always seemed to be in those right pockets of space, and also kind of, just showed up and was there in and around the box for me to pass to. And he was able to use that finishing ability and put the ball in the back of the net. So I did definitely like the attacking runs and attack positioning on this card. I think that is a pro for sure. But let's talk about the pace, starting out with the pace. So, the pace was boosted with the Shadow Kim style when we played him as a CDM, and also boosted with the Hunter Kim style when we played him as a box-to-box midfielder. So I was actually very impressed with the pace. I thought that he was able to accelerate and get by a lot of the other midfielders my opponents had, and even guys like, Renato Sanchez, some other fast center mids, some center backs like, one of the high-rated Marquinhos cards he was able to accelerate by. And I was, really surprised with the pace, but I did definitely like it, and it is a pro for sure on this card, and will get the job done for you. So as far as the shooting goes, I thought that when I had him on the Hunter Kim style, the long shots were really good. So he does have outside foot shots, so keep that in mind. I did go for a couple of finesse shots. One of them hit the post, the other one was very close to going in. So the finesse shots on this card are good. The outside the foot shots are good as well. I scored at least one of those. So yeah, just long shots in general, even though the long shot stat is 83, this card does have it when it comes to those finesse and outside foot shots. So just in general as well, in and around the box, he is a 3-star weak foot card. So you kind of have to keep that in mind, right? You know, the weak foot's definitely going to be inconsistent, but as far as the shot power and the finishing, like I said, with the Hunter Kim style, I was pleasantly surprised and was very happy to see, you know, when he was in and around the box and was able to, you know, kind of skill around to create that angle, that good angle for the shot. He was most of the time putting it in the back of the net. So as far as the passing goes, the passing is probably the biggest pro on this card, I would say. Actually, you know, that 96 short passing, 95 long passing. Also, the crossing says 77, but I did try 2 or 3 crosses. I think 2 crosses accounted for 2 of his assists out of the 4 assists. So yeah, the crossing was very accurate actually. So in general, like I said, the passing is probably the biggest pro on this card. Now talking about the dribbling, the 83 agility and 87 balance did come into play from time to time when I was trying to, you know, do those quick twists and turns, and a couple of the skill moves that he was exiting, I did notice, you know, it was a little bit on the clunky side, not always at all, you know, just sometimes that agility and balance being a little bit lower, I was noticing it on the card. But, you know, overall, those 5-star skills and the dribbling in general, I thought was good. You know, I expected it to be just a little bit better, but I do think it's mainly because that agility and balance just being a hair bit on the low side for a card with 91 dribbling, right? Now moving on to the defending and physical, and this will kind of, you know, drive my decision on what I think he is best positioned as, or what position I think he is best suited towards, the CM or CDM. So the defending, so actually the interceptions, I noticed him making lots of interceptions. Even just the AI, you know, was there cutting out the passing lanes as well, making the interceptions. And with the Shadow Kim style, the interceptions were 97, right? So I thought that that was a very big pro on this card. The one area that I did kind of notice a little bit, I guess it could be defending and physical, was the strength just a little bit. He's not kind of like an overbearing presence in that CDM role, like somebody like a Vieira or a Fofana, or, you know, one of those CDMs that's just crazy strong. Definitely doesn't have that feel in game. So just kind of keep that in mind. But, you know, as far as the cutting the passing lanes with interceptions, especially combined with the pace being very high, that side-to-side movement, the lateral movement, and the speed, you know, the transition speed getting up and down the pitch with those high work rates, all that's very good. It's just kind of, you know, like I said, he's not one of those overpowering presences in the CDM role. So just kind of keep that in mind. Now, that kind of covers all the stat departments and how I felt as far as those go. Like I said, the biggest pro on the card was the passing for sure, as far as the stats go. Also, obviously, with them having 5-star skills, another big pro. And those long shots were surprisingly good for me as well. So, you know, kind of talking about his price and compared to some other CMs in the Premier League. Actually, let me say real quick, I do think that he is best suited in that CM position, like a box-to-box midfielder. You know, when you're paying this many coins for a card and he's got 5-star skills, I definitely think you don't want it to go to waste too much, putting him in a CDM role. And like I said, that kind of defending and physical strength aspect did let me down a little bit. So I do prefer him as a box-to-box midfielder. Let him go forward, use those skill moves, you know, use the passing ability, get into the box, you know, go for some long shots. And also, he's also, like we said, able to finish in and around the box. So use him in the center mid position is what I would recommend. And like we said, in the Premier League, other similar CMs, you know, you've got guys like Team of the Year KDB. There's also the high-rated Team of the Week KDB. There's the new N'Golo Kante card, who I would say is probably more of a CDM. But yeah, I would say in general, this card being 1.1 mil right now is a little bit overpriced. I would actually like to see him closer to the 800, 850K price range. And I think if you can get him for that price, that is a good price to go ahead and pick him up at. But don't jump in too early on this card. Like I said, I think he will go down some as the week progresses. And I would be more comfortable in the 800 to 850K price range for a card like this. You know, especially with him still having that 3-star weak foot. So that's just kind of my recommendation. But I hope you guys did enjoy this review. If you did, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button if you're new. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.